Hello, everybody. I am live. I hope everybody has enjoyed this. I hope everybody is having a good day today. I hope everybody has had a good week. And of course, it is Saturday. So I am just letting people know in my group that I am live. The finished pages, which I know this is everybody's favorite video. And I'm doing it live. Yes, and my sprees did come. My new sprees did come. They're slightly different than the old ones, but not by much. Just that they, the old ones had numbers on them. These have letters and numbers on them, but it's basically the same pens as before. So I had totaled up how many books I have. I have colored out of 44 books, a total of 62 pages this month. Despite going away for 2 weeks, I thought this was an awesome way to do it. I'm not sure if Michelle is live. I don't know who else is live because I didn't check. You know, sometimes I just go on and I don't check. So we are doing my finished pages. And I'm just going to, I see that she's calling something fun. So I wanted to go in and see how everybody else was doing. So this is the first one. This is Beautiful Woman coloring book by Ava Brown. I have a few Ava Browns. I don't have a lot of them, but I do have a few of them. So I gave some away because some of them were a little too cute. But I did buy some digital books. So this first one, I finished this up with my sprees, my new sprees. Yay, Carol's here. So I did this one. I did the hair. I probably did the hair either with the sprays or I did it with Copic. So not really sure what mark I used because the rest of this was done completely in the Bionos, to tell you the truth. Yeah, everything else besides the hair was done with Bionos. I had just finished that this morning. So this one I did also. This one was done with sprays and the skin was done with Copics. I'll tell you that right now. I prefer using my Copics for skin. But for some reason, my Copics recently have not been working well with the Create Space paper. I don't know why. It's something that is happening. Not with all of them, but just on some of the books. I don't know if the page is just getting resistant or I need to refill my markers or what it is, you know, or maybe I need new blotter pages. So this was the first one. I did 2 pages out of that. So on my table is a bunch of pictures that I'm working on. So I did do a few pieces of paper, so every time I finish taking pages out, this is how I know what they are so I can refill them like that. I don't waste them because, you know, getting the tags is a lot of, as we call them, flaggers. I have a whole bunch of whips on my other table, but the finished pages are on my table. So this one. Now, some of you know this woman is the new Color in Heaven magazine's featured artist when the fantasy special comes in. But I got this book way before that issue even came out. And right as I had done the day after I had done the Color and Chat, they announced who the artist was for that book. So I was like, oh, ironic is that. And some of you know I did a Color and Chat in this book. So we actually filmed this. What I used in this, I believe I used Prismas and Holbeins to this picture. And I did leave a link down below where you can get this book. You can get this book on Etsy. Yes. Hi, Danielle. How are you? Tell Michelle I'm sorry. I did not mean to interrupt her stream. So I did this with Holbeins and Prismas. So this is what I did with the Holbeins and Prismas. So I basically was going for a yellow and orange theme. So that was what I was going for. It kind of looks like a fallish picture almost. Yeah, 44 books, 62 pages, Danielle. I calculated it already. So I didn't finish any books. Now, you know this is not on my top 10 to finish. Guys, I have decided that I will finish this book. I have a mission. I only have 5 pictures left in this book. So hold on, I'm getting into the book. I'm getting to the picture that I finally finished. Yes. This one I finished. I don't remember what I used, but I used these pencils and my polys to finish it. These are Muji's. They don't make this anymore. They don't. If you do find a set of these are very expensive now to get because the company that made these went out of business. Yeah, the company that made the Muji pencils went out of business. So yeah. I only have 5 pages left to do in this calendar, so I am determined. But the next one to do, which is going to give me, this one took me so many fits because I stopped, I started, I stopped, I said, you know, it's like one of those pictures. You start, you stop, you start. You know, when you do those pictures, it's like stop, start, stop, start. I finally got packing tape, but they wanted like almost $20 for a roll of packing tape at Duane Reade. I said, no, I'm not paying that. So I'm like, give me something a little bit more affordable. You know, but it's just like everything has gone up insanely. So I did put some links down below, not all of the links because I got tired, you know. Let's see me do this. Now this one you can get off of Amazon Japan and various sites on Etsy. And I think you can even get this off of AliExpress if I'm not mistaken. Or yes, Asia. But there's a lot of different places to get this book. So this is the one that we did on Livestream. Yes, we did this one on Livestream. So we used many different pencils. Yes. So hi, Michelle. Hello, everybody. Wow, 11 of you. So we've used, I think, the Lyras we used doing this. Yeah, we used the Lyras and I think a few other pencils to do this. So I was really happy about that. Christmas in July. Yeah, that happened to me one of the Christmas books that I left out last year because it couldn't fit in the box. Why are you going to go, Kim? Oh, my Lordy. This is Christmas in July. We all know that Grace has a thing for this book. I wish I'd gotten it in Grayscale. But you know what? Line art is fine. And if the day ever comes when I complete this and I want to do it again, I can always buy the Grayscale version. I like the Grayscale versions. I'll tell you that right now. But now Jade Sumner's doing this thing where they put the books in 4-in-1 stuff. So this was done in marker, but I don't remember what marker is. I'm sorry, guys. So this thing, I can't remember what we use. Unless it's on live, I don't remember what I use. Or if it's something that's not, if something recent. Oh, wait a minute. Where did I just take the tab out of? This, I did this. This is the new, oh, there it is. This is another one that I want to think about, that I'm thinking about finishing possibly. I took the tab out before I was ready to show it. This is a little book, but this book I got off of the Newstand, so. This is all CD. So that one I got. This is called Joy of Coloring. This is the mermaid one. I used a lot of different blues to do it, but I was trying to do white, and the white, for whatever reason, my white pencils do not work very well in this book. So, and I think this was meant to be gray, but it's coming off looking like it's blue, but it's really gray. I don't know why it comes off looking blue, but it's supposed to come up, it was supposed to be gray. For whatever reason on camera, it comes out looking blue, but it's really gray. So I have a thing for this one too. I might finish this one if I'm dedicated enough, but I have to be dedicated, you know? That's the thing. If I go to finish books, it's because I'm dedicated to finishing them. Worlds of Wonder. Now, this is one of the 3 books I took on vacation with me, and I only finished one, and I finished it off with Crayola pencils, but we all know that Gracie loves her to take her Crayola pencils with her. So I did this one. I don't remember what I used in it, but I probably used a bunch of different pencils. And I used Crayolas to finish it off. So yeah, this was one of my vacation books that I took with me. So yeah, I used this one. Did that one. I like doing different books. I had a lot of different books this month. I can't say that I didn't enjoy books I used. Well, this one took me a long time when I was on vacation, but because I was on vacation, this is why I was able to do this 2-page spread. Oh, and I know Michelle loves this book, and I'm going to show you what I did now. I'm going to move the camera up because it is a 2-page spread, and we do have to move this page. We do have to move the tripod up slightly to capture the full 2-page spread. 2-page spreads are big and take a lot of time. So I did this. This is the first part of the spread. And I did this all in Crayola colored pencil size. Yes, this is all Crayolas. Take what you want out of that. This was all Crayolas. And I'm not kidding you. That's what I took on vacation with me. Circle of Life. Now, this is another book that I'm aiming to finish, but I didn't get to finish it. I think I did. What did I do about in this book? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I did 5 pages in this. I may have to just get up out of the seat and start trying to roll the seat, because when I try to roll the seat, it doesn't work very well. So I did this one in Marcus. I started the wings a long time ago and then never finished it. Hello, Dawn and Sophie Grace. So I did this one. I started it, then stopped, then started it. This is a really cute one. This one you guys got to see on Instagram. I like this. As you can tell, I take off the tabs as I do them. Then this one, you guys saw this one recently. I'm going to flip it around so you guys get a better understanding. Yeah, and I used my Vianos, sprays, Copics, and my Color It gel pens for the stars. That's what I did. So then I did this one. This one also was a weird one because the markers kept drying up on the face. I don't know why, but sometimes the skin tones don't work very well. I don't know what's going on with my Copics and some of the paper. Like, I'm fine if I use my Copics in the Jane Hankins, the Mandela books by color, but lately on the thing that is the paper that is the Create Space, my Copics aren't working well with skin tone for some reason. I might have to get a small set of skin tone markers because my Copics are not working well. They keep drying out on this paper, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. And then I did this one. Thought this one was cute. I actually did the flowers before I did anything else on the picture, and that was a mistake. I should have done the purple or pink. So that was my mistake in that one. But I still made it work, you know? Sometimes you gotta make this work. I don't have that many pictures left in this book, so I might finish this if all goes according to plan. But when do things ever go according to plan? I'm gonna just put those over there. That tells me what I'll cover later on, too. Because I have a whole pile of whips, too, that I'm working on. So I just didn't get to finish them. Now, this is also another one for Christmas in July. Now, some of you may have seen Ming Ju's son on other people's channels. Now, she does a whole bunch of, like, fashion coloring books on the Creative Haven banner. So this was also for Christmas in July. So we did this one. And you guys might not notice it unless you look really close, but I did do some gel pen on the necklace here. And this little thing here on her lips, I made them gel. So you can't really tell because, you know, it just blends in really well with this stuff, but kind of like the Christmas dress. I kind of had different ideas of what makes a Christmas dress pop. And, of course, jumbo fashion coloring for girls. I did this one. The hair took so long to do. I did this with sprays and Copics. And I think, what did I use for this? Oh, I forget this marker. But it wasn't from my Copics, it wasn't from my sprays, and it wasn't from my Bionos. But I think it was from, was that the Super Tip or was that something else? That was from a different set. I think that was from a highlighter set, an old highlighter set that I decided to use up. I could be wrong, but I think that was not a marker, but it was from a highlighter, the pink. The flower. Yeah, most of the time those are from highlighter sets when you see it that bright. I try to vary up the materials I use. Next, the spirals, as we call them. The spirals. I love spirals. So this is called Color Ya Mandalas. Then I did this one. Because I started this one a while back, and then I decided, you know what, I want to finish it and just make colors in it. Not sure if we did this on camera or not. I don't think I did this one on camera, but you can tell I used some gel pen. I used markers, fine liners in this. I used all kinds of things in this one. So that was that one. Now, this is also one of my top 10 to finish books. I don't know if I'm going to finish it or not. So I did this one. This one I had finished right before I went on vacation. So I was really happy with that. Like, this is like, you know, country scenes. And then the next one to do is this one. So I've done them in various stages. So I might like be filling the gaps. I have no idea how I'm going to do these cardinals. Really, I have no idea how I'm going to do the cardinals. Like, I can do the grass, I can do the birds, but I'm going to have to look at what cardinals look like to get an idea of how to color because I'm not a bird person. So that's that. This is what happens when you get up too soon. You guys can see that I keep my books in pretty good idea. The next one is called Drugiej Stronie Snu by Karolina Kubikoska. Now, this version of the book is out of print. Yeah, this version of the book is out of print, but she has a new version of it on her Etsy store, and it's in hardcover. So, hello to everybody joining us in chat. So, this is the one that we did. I did this one with pencils. I don't remember what I used. I probably used Derwent Color Source, and I probably used the red. What would this red have been? Probably where it might have been my Schiffer Farbens or my Mujis. I've been using my Mujis a lot more lately. But this book also, the thing I don't like about this book is that when you color in it, it has the binding in this. Look what happened with the binding. You see this? It comes apart the binding. That's the only thing I don't like about this version. So I have to be extremely careful when I color in it because it starts to fall apart like some of my other, like this book and one other Korean color book has that issue. I'm not sure if the rest of them will have that issue at some point once I get more through the book. So this is Magical Mermaids, Myths, Legends, and Lore by Deborah Muller. So I did this one. It seemed like every color was dying when I did this book. So take what you want. These were from my last set of sprees. My Touched Cools, Winsor & Newton Pro markers. Remember, because I used the Winsor & Newton Pro marker for this green tail. Wanted to use up that green. Next one, big fantasy coloring book in grayscale. I think there's a possibility that I might be able to finish this book, which would really be cool. But this one I did. This one I did with the metallic gel pen around it. You know how I do the backgrounds normally, like blue, orange, black. But I wanted a pink background. I don't know why. I just wanted to try doing a pink background. And this is all gray, so all the shading is done for you. Then I did this one in orange. I actually started her a while back, but never finished her. So I was like, you know what? Let me finish her. And then I did this one, the little witch. thought it made a nice little autumnly picture with some Christmas colors in there. So it's kind of like a fall picture. So I thought that would be nice. Yeah, I know I'm skipping ahead to my holidays. So that was 3. Yeah, 44 books, 62 pages. That's exactly what I counted. Why are people bothering? Yeah, I know. It's time in Art Club today. I didn't see, I looked at what was going to be available today, and it didn't really, they're beautiful, but they just don't appeal to me, Not everything appeals to everybody. Let's do small books. I know, right? Let's do small books. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have soup and crackers because my stomach has not been the greatest in the world. Now, this book I took on vacation with me, the Relax and Focus coloring. I never colored in it. I just simply took it because I wanted another book besides Circle of Life and other things to color. But I did this all with Crayolas. These are the finished pages, but I do have some whips in here, as you can see now, because this was my vacation book. So I did this one with Crayola colored pencils. This is a yellow and orange one. I like this book. This actually has some pretty decent paper, and it took the Crayolas quite well. Didn't like when I pressed too hard, though. I think this is the one that I did for Color Your Hoard this month. I could be wrong because I think this was the first one that I finished, or the very first one I posted, so I did that for Color Your Hoard, I believe. And then there's this. Oh, yeah, that's a work in progress. So I did this beautiful mandala with different colors. And this is all done in Crayola pencils because I took those with me on vacation. Then I did this one. I finished this one. So some of you have seen this. So that is Relaxed and Focused coloring. It's rare for me to find a book that I haven't colored in. It is very rare. Unless they're brand spanking new, So we did that one. This is Woman Flowers #1. I haven't posted the picture yet. I have done some work in this. So I did this one. I don't know if I'm going to post this or not on Instagram. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not crazy about it. But then again, some of the pictures that I don't like are one of my favorites. The Art of Mandala Volume 2, I believe we did this one on stream. Yeah, we did this one on stream. These are the small books we're doing now. We did that one. Chris Garver coloring in the tattoo style. I've come to like this book the more I do of it. You guys haven't seen this one yet because I didn't post it yet. So this is also a July picture. So I've been doing I've been doing pages in this one too. So at some point, I think I will start to finish some of these books, wheedle them down to the point where I can logically say that I have finished them. Now I'm trying to fill in the gaps in this book. We did this one. I don't remember what I used, but it's obvious markers and gel pens. So I think, what do I have left in this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I only have 14 pages left in this, so we'll see. Now, I would say that it's smaller pages are the smaller books are a lot easier to carry in some ways. Hey, Tiffany, how are you? So, we're now on another part of this. This is the part that's the interesting part. These are some grayscales. These are some mandalas. These are some of the better paper ones. Now, this one is called I Draw You a Lovely by H&J. I think that's the name of the artist, Jade Jordan. She has an Instagram. So some of you know we did this one live on a stream. We did this with colored pencils. Now, you know that I'm not a great colored pencil person when it comes to grayscale. Doesn't mean you can't do it. You know, and I tried to make it my own. I didn't do the picture that was next to it. So this book is really, really pretty. I like the book. You know, I like the way this came out. We did this during a live stream. So this was one of the live stream books. This is what happens when you keep everything interesting. Coloring Chicks, coloring book. This is 3 of them. Yes, I did 3 in this book this month. I'm going to show you what happened to one of the pictures because I didn't put a blotted page down. This is the page that I didn't put a blotted page, and look what happened. I had done this page, right? I thought I had put a blotted page, but look what happened when I didn't put a blotted page down now. Now we'll just call it splatter. Calling it splatter. So that's okay. You know what? We'll just call it splatter with a little bit of decorations. So we'll call it the splatter page. So I did this one. This is from Coloring Chicks. You guys all know that I am a big time grayscale fan, and I love this woman's work. I did this one, the Steampunk Fairy, isn't it? I believe that Danielle finished this book, if I'm not mistaken. And then I did this one, the Glam Fairy. I love this book. I love that page. Next one, Floral Beauties by Coloring Book Cafe. I must say, of all the books that I have ever owned by Coloring Book Cafe, this one is by hands down my favorite. I remember seeing a finished flip through of mine. And this is what also happens when you don't do markers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do this with dark colors. I'm going to cover this. I'm going to make this black, the background. I've already decided the background is going to be black and try to do it with darker colors. I'm going to try and do and see if we can do that with darker colors. So don't worry, we will fix that. That will be fixed. It might not be perfect, but we'll black out the areas. Then I did this one, the redheaded girl with the thing. This is what happens when markers on skin tone die. So we did that one. I forget what markers I used. This one I used Copics and sprays. I did use the Copic for her hair. Everything else was sprays except the skin tone was, oh, what was the skin tone? It was colored pencil over one of the Copic colors, I believe. Yeah, you can use skin tone pencils over that if you don't like the way the skin looks, because the skin came out terrible. In that mark, I don't know what happened. So I had to use my colored pencils to fix the skin. Yeah, you can do that with pencils if you need to do it. Magical Beauties Book 3. Now, this is one that is on my top 10 to finish as well. So I did this one. Last night I did this one, and you guys got to see this morning on Instagram. This was done with sprays. Yes, this was done completely with sprays and Bianos. Yes, it was done with my new sprays and Bianos. Yes, I got a new set of sprays. So that was that one. Now, yes, Demina Victoria does have a mandala book. She has quite a few mandala books. Now, we know her for a beautiful woman. So she does 100 amazing mandalas. So I did this one. I was using up, I think I was using my sprays, my touch cools, some odds and end markers that I have. So I keep a lot of different markers around, even after the sets are completely used up, because the darker colors usually on there. Mandalas Volume 2 by Coloring. So then I did this one. Did this one with all the colors in it. Isn't that pretty? It has a lot of different things. I think I used the color with gel pens, probably my sprays, maybe my Copics, a lot of different colors. A lot of different markers probably in this one. But you guys see what I do here, right? What I'm doing now is I'm trying to fill the gaps in to some of the books, because sometimes I skip around in my books if I don't like the mandala, and then I'll go back to it like this one. I really like the way this one came out too. So depends on what I want to do with them. You know, I need ideas on how to color it. It's not like I can just magically make them happen. take the, yeah, we take books and then we move them. Color by numbers. I know. I do have a few color by numbers. This is Fashion Black Background by Color Questopia. I did 2 in the fashion coloring book. Yay, I did more than 1. So, hold on. I did this, but I didn't follow the chart exactly. Like I followed most of the chart and then I got tired because I couldn't see anymore. So I just started putting colors in and trying to figure it out because sometimes the numbers were so small. In this book, the numbers are really small in the small areas, but in the big areas, they're nice and big and you can see them for whatever reason. Then I did this one. I was trying to do beige, but the beige didn't look right when I put down the color. This is like from their 50 palette. I like their simpler palettes, like when they do the 20-something color palette rather than the 50 color palette. Because sometimes it's hard to get the colors to match exactly. So sometimes I look at a mark and go, oh, where is this light violet, the dark violet, or the soft violet? So that's that one. Oh, no. Don't do that to me. See, I have the same problem that Michelle has with her tripod. So that's that one. This one is called I, J Dream by Takushi Art. Now, she was formerly known as Akiko, so I have 2 of her other books as well. I did this one. I call it My Pretty in Pink Girl. I like this one. I have the soft cover of the Takushi Art. So I did that one. Yes, this is Grayscale. I don't know if I'm doing it in order now or I'm just picking the pictures I like to color first, and then I'll go back and see what I need to do to make it in order. But this is the next one if I go in order, and then I know I had done this one a while back. I never finished it, so there's that one I'm working on. Oh, that was wonderful, Tiffany, to give you a new tripod. So, then there's this one. I need to finish her up too. Yeah, I need to finish up her too. I did this one a while back too, so I need to finish this one up too. So that's that one. Color in Ocean's Mermaids by Daria Kokorowski. So, or Daria Draws. So I did this one. This one was done in Copics and Sprees. I remember that because the hair was done in Copic. So that's why I remember the color. The Copic in this paper, for whatever reason, Copics work really pretty in the Daria Draws books. Don't know why, but they really do. Fantastic Beauties. This is another whip that I finished. You guys know that I have a couple of whips in a couple of books. So Fantastic Beauties, adult coloring book. I think this is the first one. I think it was one of the first books I ever got. See, I had done most of this, but see, I'd done her hair. So I decided to finish it. And my skin tone in the Copics did this weird thing where it's like, it dries out. As soon as I use it, it dries out. Then I have to refill it. And I'm like, where the hell did all the ink, marker ink go for it? So I'm like, that's very bizarre. I did that. Now, this is a funny little book. This is the funny book, as we call it, Voodoo Vixen. Now, this is, they say it's an adult coloring book for alternative pinups. So, and this is a really small little book. So it's smaller than your average book. So this is also for Christmas in July. Yeah, I know. May must be thinking, what is that? So this is called, what's this one called? Mistletoe Mischief. You know, I thought it was funny. I just was like, okay, how could I do this really bizarro? And I went with bizarre colors. Yes, I did. I thought this was funny as hell. Sometimes I just like to do funny pictures. Large print, color by number for adults. Now, I did only one, because that's all the other thing. I had started it and never finished it, and then I went back and finished it. I decided, you know what? I'm going to do this book in order. Hey, maybe if she kisses the frog, it'll turn into a handsome prince. You know what they say, Keely? Gotta kiss a lot of frogs before you get a prince. Like, oh yeah, that's really funny, Racy. You're funny. What they say, you gotta kiss a lot of frogs before you get a prince. Mythical Mermaids by Color Questopia. We all know that Gracie does not like coloring black lines, so I did this one. Since I switched to doing the gel pens that's the background instead of using the black lines, I think the books come out a lot better. This one, to this one. I believe I use sprees. Yeah, I use sprees and my color gel pens for this one. Same thing here. Sprees and a Copic marker for the skin, but everything else was this one I did use the Copics. For the background, for the blue sky, I did use the Copic. And for the skin, I used the Copics, but everything else was sprees. So now I have piano sprees and Copics, and I also have Blix. So keep that in mind. And then I have also a few ends. So I didn't finish any books this month, so I was kind of sad about that. So maybe next month I might be in the market to finish some stuff. Yeah, I know. This is how much stuff I have. And now we're in the last pile. Yes, we're in the last pile now. This is the last pile of books in my hand. This is Fairy Magic, and I colored approximately five in this book. This might be the one that's the next up to be finished. Looks like because I'm coloring a lot in it, along with that one, Pretty Girls with Wings and things. So this is that one. I did this one with gold. So I did 5. This one I did this a long time ago, the black outline. But then I did the rest of it in gel pens. So it's probably done with sprees and Copics because that's what I primarily use. This one I liked more than my other ones. Yeah, no, the French joke was funny. Sorry. Then I did this one. I changed the hair color, though. I don't always stick to the hair color that they tell me to do in here. It's just more of a guided reference. You don't have to, because in this book, they don't let you change it besides dark brown or light brown, the fairies, which I like that they do more brown, but I would like more variety of girls in different hair colors. That's a little thing I know about. That's a little problem I have with the Color Questopia, that they don't alternate the hair color. Like this one, her hair was supposed to be dark brown, but I changed it to red. I'm sorry, I changed it to red. I just didn't like the hair color. I thought it looked better. Thought the little girl looked better with red hair. So, yay! What did you get for Happy Mail? Oh, and this one. I forgot to take this one off. What did you get for Happy Mail? I love seeing people get Happy Mail. Now this one, and we all know that Grace only did one, but Grace would have done. I would have done more had I gotten this book earlier in the month. Some lovely subscribers gifted this to me. So this is Color and Beauty's Gorgeous Fantasy by Daria Rosoy, aka Daria Draws. And this is a Grayscale book. This is the 4th book in that series. So we did this on Livestream, guys. We all know that Grace likes fairies and Grayscale. So we did that one. We did this with Copics and Sprees. We did this on a live stream. So, no, what was it? Bianos we did it with. Because I think I had a few Sprees. Yeah, we did this with my Bianos and my Copics. So. Yes, I do have a Coco Wild book. Everybody has a Coco Wild book. Yay, what did you get? What did you get? Oh, you got the tripod. That's wonderful. That's so good. You got a tripod. This I used Sprees, Bianos, and a Blick Studio marker. This yellow you see was a Blick Studio marker. Like I didn't want to do it blue like I always do a lot of blue. So I wanted to do spring, but also a little bit of the fall in there. So even though it's a Hello Spring book, this book has a lot of pretty pictures in it. You know, it has a lot of different books in it. A lot of different things. I also did this one a while back. This was fun. So you got this. I got this one. Oh, there's a lot of different things you could do with this book because Kawaii leaves it up to your imagination. It's not. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem for me. Gothic Special by Selena Finette. Well, this is one of my earliest books. I did this one with sprays, colored gel pens, Touch New Cool. I'm trying to remember in my head what I used with it, but sometimes I remember what I do with it in my head. I don't know how I know that, but I do that. This was one of, I think, this may be my first Color in Heaven because this is one of my earliest issues. I don't remember getting an issue before issue 20, so that's how far back it goes. Some of these go way far back. Now, this is a newer one. This one is called Women of the World by Andy Davis and Queasy Art. Now, you know Queasy Art from her Blackpink coloring book. So this one is Grease. I used my Sprees, my Copics, and my Bionos in this. Yeah, I did this one, Color in Heaven. Bye, Keely. So leave a link to your channel if you have one, Dawn and Selfie. Now, I didn't like the way this picture came out. For whatever reason, I tried to fix the face, and it came out awful. I don't like it. I was trying to blend in the skin with the marker, and I didn't do it right. So, and be careful how you do it, because it should look like she has a bad suntan. I did not like the way this came out. Sorry, guys. I just don't like this book. I don't like this picture at all. Markers and pencils. I don't like it at all. This is one of my worst ones for the month. I think it's my least favorite one I did. I don't have many pictures left in this book either. So now we did this one on stream. This is called This is Chibi Christmas by Jade Summer. So I did this one. You all saw this live when we did this as the Christmas in July picture. Yes, indeed. Yes, we did this one. This one I liked the way it came out. Especially like the way it came out on camera and Instagram. So I was really happy about that. We used markers. We used many different markers in this one, so, and some gel pens. So I was happy about that. The next one, Elegant Faces by Akiko. Now this is the same illustrated by Takushi Art. So I'm filling in the gaps in this book, and I get to do all these pictures again. Yeah, I get to do these pictures again, so, because there's a second part of this. This is the one I did with purple hair. I just wanted to see how purple hair would look on this girl. You know, sometimes it's just fun to do a different hair color. Movement series, Renaissance by Shintaka Harat. A lot of you haven't seen me work in these. I usually work in these once or twice a year. It's really a shame because they are beautiful images. It's just, I got to be in the mood to color it. And this one was a whip, and I decided to finish the whip. I was like, you know what? I want to finish it. I decided not to do a background for this guy. I don't like when sometimes backgrounds take away from the beauty of the picture. So I was like, you know what? I like that. I like that a lot. The second to last book is the Color in Heaven Fairy Special by Yana Prozvorina. And I did this one. This is Avalon Fairy. And we did this as a nighttime scene. I haven't even posted this yet to Instagram. And I did this with the light peach. This was done with Copic. Everything else was done with Sprees. Only the wings and the skin were done with Copic. So that tells you that. And this book I'm trying to finish too. I'm trying to finish as much as I can every month because I think what's going to happen is I'm not going to take this with me to the new house, but I'm going to try and finish as many pictures from here as I can. This is the coloring book for Grumps. Now, this one is hard to find. A lot of people have asked me, well, where did you get it? I got it a long time ago at Barnes & Noble, but I don't think it's easy to find as much as people think it is. So this one I did. This one is like one of the first ones I did this month, and then I did finish this one, which is a pretty mandala. I did this one with Bryonos and some of my last and my sprees. This one was definitely done with Bryonos and sprees. I remember that, and it was also done with this felt tip pen. This purple one was done with one of those Monami Pen Plus pens. I remember that because I did that with the Monami Plus pens as well. So, and what's happening with this book, I'm trying to finish it. See, I'm going to do those pages last. And when I started it, it was done mostly in pencils. So that tells you how long ago I got the book. So that is 42 books. 42 books. Hold on. What was my final number? I think I had the number. I have it on an Excel sheet. You know, we all put on the Excel sheet. I have an Excel sheet with all my books. So this month it was 44 books, 62 pages. I haven't calculated how many pages I colored it all this year. So I would have to take all my pages and calculate them. January, it was 79. Right? So if we go 79 was January, which was my most, I think. February was 60. Yeah. We're trying to figure out how many pages I've colored so far this year. March was 47. I have a total thingy. April was 59. I've finished 9 coloring books so far this year. May was 77. I'm doing a mathematical problem, but I have a. June was 80, which was the most I've ever done in a month. This year, I think this month was 62. So we're totaling up how many pages we've done so far for the year. $466 pages I've done so far this year, according to my spreadsheet. Yes, I have a spreadsheet. 466 pages I have done this year. So thank you guys for coming. I know it was a shorter stream. I didn't do as many books as I would have liked to have done. But you know what? I'm okay with not doing as many books because that just means that I'll have more books to do later on, you know. The thing is that I took 2 weeks for vacation. That, you know, took a lot of things to do. And then, you know, my mother wants to do certain things on vacation and she doesn't let me do. I think I'm going to have lunch too soon. So this is the book that's really thick. Like, I love the pages in this. So, but unfortunately, I'm not going to take it with me. So I'm going to try and get this book done, or as many pages of it as I can get done every month. So this is one of those books that I leave out and try to get them done. You know, it has a bunch of stuff. And then there's stuff that I really don't care for it to color. So I'm like, but it is a good book overall. Like, if you don't know anything about coloring, this would be like something like this would be a good book as a starter book for people. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed the finished pages. I know this is shorter than your normal 1 hour video, but I'm very happy to have shared this. This is one of my favorite videos to do every month. I love doing it at the end of the month, and I list some of the books down. but it was just taking me too long to get all the books listed. So I stopped after like 20 something minutes to stop listing them. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you all stay safe and healthy, and I probably will see you again on Tuesday for, I don't know what we're calling in, but I will make sure it's something fun. Bye, everybody.